Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's the Hi-Fi Brothers.
And today we are going to be traveling to Wisconsin.
Let's do this. Well, welcome to today's episode, everybody. We're bringing you kind of a unique experience. We are going on a road trip. We're starting from Phoenix, Arizona, and we are going to be ending up in Milwaukee. And part of this experience that we want to share with you is the importance of car radio. So to keep the theme of hi-fi, that's what our focus is going to be, because not a lot of people get to do cross-country road trips like this. Yeah, Ralph, you have anything to add?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, music is always an enhancement for a lot of the things that we do in our lives and stuff like that. So that's why we want to share this video with everybody here.
Yeah, not only music too, Ralph. You know, like some vehicles, they do have like a home theater that's built in. So we're driving in a 2025 Honda Pilot, but for this specific vehicle, and the reason why I wanted to call this out, not more about the vehicle, but the sound system that it comes with. So it does come with a upgraded Bose system.
That's pretty cool.
And it's pretty good. I mean, it does have a subwoofer. Overall, you know, the experience, because this is going to be a 26-hour drive when all said and done. And even though we're going to engage, you know, my brother and I are going to have some conversations.
Yeah.
It's going to be very hard to carry on, you know, 12-hour, because there's going to be two 12-plus-hour days that we're driving. Because we're going to do this in about 2 days, so one night.
Yep.
And, you know, we're not going to be able to just speak the entire time. So, yeah, music's going to be a very important component of this. For newer vehicles, you have Android Auto, you have Apple Carplay. This specifically has the wired and wireless option. So we're going to get into the pros and cons of that too, Ralph.
Yeah, absolutely. The pros and cons about that.
And what vehicle do you drive? So that way, you know, we're not just being one-sided with one vehicle here.
So, I mean, I do have a 2021 GMC Sierra. My system is, you know, it's pretty basic. I think it's just like a basic system.
Yeah, it's unbranded, right?
Yeah, it's unbranded. I think a GMC brand. You know, maybe AC Delco probably makes it or something like that. I don't know. It sounds good. You know, I mean, there is a built-in equalizer in it. You know, it only controls like three tones: your mids, your highs, and then your lows. That's it. You know, and the stereo is pretty decent. You know, and mine does also Apple Play and Android, but it doesn't do wireless. When I plug it in sometimes on the USB, it sounds pretty good, but what's really weird, Mondo, is that when I'm playing it in Bluetooth, it sounds louder. You know, so I don't know, like, you know.
Well, we'll get into that in a minute, because I think it's important to highlight some of those, I would say, nuances.
Absolutely. When
it comes to these stereo systems, because stereo systems now are so sophisticated. They have the touchscreen controls. Back in the day, like cars from the 90s when we started to drive, they had just the, you know, they call them the standard DIN radios.
Yeah. Where
you can remove those and put in aftermarket very easily. Yeah, you're kind of, I mean, outside the speakers, you're kind of stuck with the system that you kind of get. So,
absolutely.
Yeah, you can't, it's really hard to go with aftermarket nowadays.
Absolutely. I mean, you could put aftermarket on there, but it's just going to be a lot of trouble just taking out your panels and switching out your speakers and stuff like that. So that's why, like, some cars now these days have built-in like JBL or Bose. Some of them have Harman Kardon, which is awesome. Yeah,
so we're gonna do a couple stops and we'll show you guys some of the part of the road trip as part of this experience, just because we want to give you sort of that same experience that we're going through.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we'll pause it right now.
Yeah,
Harry Boyles, what I like about him, and I've said this repeatedly, from watching the highlights, and I'm not trying to act like an expert here.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just a quick update. So we passed into New Mexico. We've been on the road for about 4.5 hours. But yeah, I mean, Ralph, what's your opinion about the sound system that's in this vehicle?
So, I mean, this sound system has the Bose, which is kind of really awesome. It has really good overall atmospheric type of environment of listening to music inside of a car, because it actually, like Bose, like they did something with, like, they had the tweeter up on the handle over here. They got the bass on the bottom and the mid range and all that stuff. So it's kind of like surround the sound, kind of almost, and it's actually really cool. It envelopes you inside of the car, so you're not missing anything, you know, dialogue or anything like that, especially when you listen to music, which is really awesome. So yeah, I mean, pretty much that's what it is, man.
Yeah, no, we'll show it here too. So there's a setting called Bose Center Point, which basically creates this surround sound effect where the music sounds like it's coming from the middle of the vehicle. So really cool feature. You could definitely tell a huge difference when you have it off, and then obviously toggling it back on. So for me, I enjoy it when it's on. I just leave that on by default. What's also cool about this specific system too is you have the ability to adjust the speaker zones. So what I mean by that is, by default you have full vehicle, so that means every speaker in the vehicle's on. But let's say that you have people in the back and they just want to have a conversation, you can turn the rear speakers off and have that just go into the middle and the front, and just have the driver side of the radio tuned on. So I thought they did a really good job with that. I love that feature. I never thought that I would use it, but especially on road trips like this, when I have my entire family in here, we do use that quite often, just because the kids are usually watching a movie or they're playing their video games, and sometimes, you know, when I listen to music, they don't want to hear the background noise. So I turn that off for them in those zones, and then I'm just listening to the music myself, and it does, and it's actually works really well. So yeah, we're gonna stop here pretty soon. We need to take a quick pit stop for gas and some other stuff, bathroom break night, but we'll update you guys soon enough, and we'll take some more scene shots here for you, so you can be a part of this experience with us. So yeah, we'll pause for now.
Absolutely, take it easy.
Willow's Best Variety, mixing it 401, wrapping up the 5 o'clock hour there on your Wednesday. I am Melissa. We do have some weird streets here around Amarillo that sometimes seem to really make not a whole lot of sense, like Wolfland.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just a quick update here. We just crossed into Texas. We are on Highway 54. We're going to be on this highway for a while. So, yeah, Ralph, let's get into what we've been doing for the past 4 hours since our last video here, or since our last tape.
But yeah, we were listening to a podcast on Joe Rogan with Bernie Sanders, and I think that was pretty cool. Really interesting topics that we're talking about. We're also listening to, you know, just our regular music that we listen to, the EDM. We're listening to movie soundtracks and stuff like that. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We're making fun of each other. You know, that's what brothers do. For the most part, you know, we were just enjoying the scenery. It's really beautiful out here, believe it or not, like the plains and all the hills and all that stuff. Enjoying the music, and just keep on rolling, man, you know.
All right, well, we'll get back to driving here, and then we'll update you all once we get into Oklahoma, but we'll show you that in a minute, so stay tuned.
All right.
What's going on, everybody? It is day 2 of our road trip, and actually going to be the final day for us today.
Yep.
So right now we're heading to from Pratt, Kansas, which is somewhere in, I want to say, sort of midwestern part, midwestern part of Kansas.
Yep.
And yeah, so now we're heading to Kansas City, and we're gonna go to one of my favorite barbecue joints. This is probably my 5th or 6th time going there, because I do this trip regularly. So every summer, usually my kids and my wife's with me. But they decided to fly this year, but we still wanted our vehicle there because we're gonna be there for a few weeks. But yeah, Ralph decided to come on the road trip with me, so I didn't have to go alone.
But yeah, this is going to be my second trip with you, going to Wisconsin. You know, one of those, you know, really cool trips. You get to see everything, you know, different places and all that stuff.
Just wanted to talk to you about my my actual settings for the speakers. So let me go into that now. Give me a second here. So here's the sound settings and bass and treble. So this is kind of what I have my settings at right now. So I have the treble and bass both ticked up 2 notches, and I have the mid-range ticked up 1 notch. For me, I've been playing with this for a while. I feel like this is a good starting point for typically any genre of music that you're listening to. This is probably what I would go with, and just see how it sounds, and hopefully that works for you all. Just wanted to show you. So right now I'm using my wired Apple CarPlay. It also does wireless. The reason why I have wired is just because of the length of the road trip. I want to keep it plugged in so that way the battery doesn't drain. For a lot of you that do have wireless CarPlay, you probably do notice like a little bit of delay. So like if you go to your track, and if I go to skip tracks, typically what ends up happening is there's a little bit of a delay. So like watch. So yeah, it's not instantaneous. You can switch it to Bluetooth, and by doing that, you do get, I want to say, a much more consistent setting as far as like no latency. Bluetooth is definitely going to be a better option for, I want to say, like video streaming. So now, Ralph, I do want to get into one thing.
Yes.
So right before we shot this video, my brother and I were having an argument about a specific song. So on the radio, we're listening to a local Kansas radio out of Wichita, and the song "Crying" came on by Aerosmith.
Yes.
Now my brother was arguing with me because he's like, "Oh, what's the girl that was in this video?" And I'm like, "Ralph, it wasn't this song; it was a different one."
Yep.
But I know what you're talking about. It was Alicia Silverstone.
Alicia Silverstone and Liv Tyler was in a different song.
So we had an argument, and then I finally he looked it up, and he's like, "It's crazy," and he's like, "That was a song we were listening to." I was like, "No, it's not. That was not crazy." So I actually had to put it on.
Yes, because you sound the same.
I'm sure a lot of Aerosmith fans would definitely argue with you on that one.
Yeah, I know, that's pretty true.
But yeah, common things that happen on road trips, right? The dumb arguments, and that was one of them. Keep it hi-fi, yes. So yeah, we're gonna phase this segment out by listening to a snippet of "Crazy."
Absolutely.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Another quick update here. So, as you saw before, we were in Kansas City, and we made a pit stop to Joe's Kansas City Barbecue, which is actually in Kansas City, Kansas, so just south of downtown. And yeah, I've been going there pretty much every time I've done this road trip, so that's probably my 5th or 6th time. It's definitely my favorite. I know there's a lot of other great, outstanding barbecue spots. Arthur Bryant, Slaps. Sorry if I didn't mention your specific favorite one, but yeah, I love Joe's. It's right off the highway there. They actually do have a fuel pump, so very convenient for you to just quickly fill up and grab your barbecue.
Absolutely. To me, that sandwich was amazing. I thought that was pretty good. So we got some burnt ends. And those we're gonna eat later on, probably another hour or so. I mean, just for a snack. And then there's another sandwich that we got on top of that. It's called the pork mania.
Hog mania.
The hog mania. That's right. It's so.
Sorry, dude, it's bumpy right here.
With that said, you know, on the way, driving and stuff like that, where we're playing like movie soundtracks and all that stuff, just keeping our minds sane. From all the beautiful country that we're looking at and stuff like that.
But yeah, so we have about a few hours of our trip left. We're probably going to end this video once we're in Wisconsin. And yeah, we'll share some more scene footage, a little bit more soundtracks, and then we'll close it off with that.
Absolutely.
So we'll see you in a sec.
Take a bit. I am the man who will fight for your honor. I'll be the hero you're dreaming of.
This is the end of the road trip, and just like in classic Wisconsin style, we are going to a pretty good frozen custard spot. So
Just make sure you like and subscribe and hit that notification button. And as always, keep it hi-fi.